Alright guys, so here we go. It is now Wednesday, December 14th. I filmed this last Thursday and I was so tired of talking because I had been doing a behind the scenes video that I decided I'm just going to do a voiceover. And then a whole bunch of stuff happened and I lost my weekend, and I'll fill you in a little bit on that, but it was like gone in a flash. And then editing a video at work isn't a huge deal, but doing a voiceover at work, you know, when people are around, is kind of a bigger deal. So it is like 4 o'clock on Wednesday, and I just got home, and I thought, okay, I better get this done before my husband gets home, you know, filling up the house with his sounds. So anyway, when I had done this, I thought, you know what, this will be a great opportunity for me to show a little bit of my planning, or my process for pre-planning. And a lot of times I do this before I even start filming the video. It kind of helps me to get my thoughts together. I tell one of my girlfriends all the time, like, the record button goes on and my brain turns off. So while I'm not the most unawkward person in the world, I'm not as awkward as I normally am when filming, just because I'm trying to do like too much at once, you know what I mean? So anyway, my pre-planning process just consists on getting my currently reading box down, my social media box down, or my flags down, and then all of that. So like my whole storage system is a mess right now. So I have one of the interchangeable albums that we were selling during the Black Friday sale, and I really want to switch everything over to that because I know that means I don't have to, you know, I can move the pages around and don't have to be committed to things being in a certain spot like you are with the reusable albums. But I've been A, short on time, and B, really trying to figure out what I'm going to do with what I have now. So my stickers have kind of been a mess lately anyway, but they're really a mess now. Like, the more I add on to it, the more I don't want to put them in my reusable album because I'm just still trying to work through that part of it. But anyway, so this is my, you know, functional sheet that I use like almost every sticker of every single week. And so I'm just getting my invoice and payroll stickers down. I actually don't even think I've mentioned that I'm using Mystery Kit 10, which the timing of last week was impeccable because I was going to get this up on Monday. There were still going to be a few days left of the Mystery Kit vault sale. That is not the case because it's Wednesday and the vault sale is done. So this kit is no longer available. I may go ahead and do a throwback kit for this in a couple years, but it definitely will not be in 2023. So yeah, let's go ahead and speed through all of this stuff and then we will do all the chatting. Okay, so the only weird thing about doing voiceovers is I am at home and my dog is chewing on a bone in the background, so I hope it's not too loud. And of course, this is a dog that like doesn't play with toys and doesn't chew on bones unless the other dog, Pepper, has something that she wants. So yeah, so anyway, using Mystery Kit 10 this week. It is absolutely stunning. I have had several of the mystery kits that I have wanted to use, and it always just feels so wrong to use a kit and be like, oh yeah, sorry, it's not available now. But I thought, well, it's a mystery kit vault sale week, it'll still be going live, I'll be able to, you know, show it, and it's not available, and I'm sorry, and it's kind of rude, but I had already gone through the trouble of filming this, so I certainly wasn't going to just scrap the entire video. Plan with me's are one of my most favorite to film and edit, right behind the scenes videos. So yeah, we're going through with it anyway. And of course now she's knocking the bone all over the floor to really drive home the point that she's chewing on it. So alright, we got the basics laid down. So Jason has been coming to the shop every day this week. The progress on the renovation is like slightly stalled. So my mom was babysitting my sister's daughter, so my niece, on Friday of last week so that her and her husband could go away for a little long weekend vacation. And it was dark in the morning and one of her dogs needed to go out, and so she didn't turn on a light, and she ended up falling down a couple of steps and breaking her ankle. And this was while she was in a neighboring city at like really early in the morning. I think it was like 5 a.m. or something. So she broke her ankle, was with my niece, and she told my sister not to come home, not to get another flight and come home, and that they would figure it out. So she's all booted up and miserable still. I think she's doing a little bit better. She was able to get out of the house for a while today, so that helped. But my niece is 3 years old, and a broken ankle is not really conducive to anything. So I took my niece, I did post a photo of her in the Facebook group on Saturday. I took her most of the day on Saturday. She hung out with me at work. My hope was that I would be able to get some things done while she played, and it's been a long time since I've had a 3-year-old. I kind of forgot how much energy they have and how much attention they need. She was so good. She did let me get a little bit of stuff done, but we spent the rest of the day. We ran errands to kind of get out of the shop for a little bit, and she played with stickers, and we watched shows and played with little random toys that we found around the shop and stuff. So we had a really good time, but my plan was to edit this on Saturday, and that just did not happen. And Jason was able to finish the floor after we dropped her back off at my mom and dad's. So that's done. We did have to install a new camera monitor at the shop for the front door. So the layout of the building is really strange. So it's completely blind. Like, we can't see the parking lot from anywhere inside the building unless you're like standing at the front door. So we keep the facility locked during the day while we're there, and you have to ring the bell to get our attention. But we do have like motion cameras and a Ring doorbell and that kind of thing. So that has been on the fritz. So he spent one evening this week doing that, another evening just kind of cleaning up his mess. We, moved the shelves this weekend. So yeah, it's kind of been stalled, but he's building the workbenches today. We have some new workbenches for the middle room. I talked about them in the last behind the scenes video. So he's got those. He'll bring those into the shop tomorrow. We'll have those ready to go. And then we need to just do random odds and ends. We're kind of waiting on new shelving units, and I have to order a new desk for me. I was going to try to use the desk that the F mark is currently on, and it's just, I'm looking at my stuff and looking at that desk and going, no way. So I have to do the whole IKEA thing and either order one or go and do it. So anyway, back to actual planning stuff. So I have my invoices, payroll down. My uncle has Alzheimer's, and unfortunately it's time for him to be moved into a care facility for that. So we have to do that on Saturday. It is like absolutely the best thing for him. It's the safest thing for him. I'm just dreading that whole process this weekend. But it'll be fine. It's meant to be. Kim is on vacation this week. It has been a long week without her. She doesn't work at the shop. She works remotely, but it's been quiet without her to chat with and all that kind of stuff. So we did not do any new releases this week, which was perfect timing actually because of the mystery kit vault sale. So we will start cutting those tomorrow and Friday, and then hopefully be shipping them out early to mid-week next week. I thank you guys so much for your support of that. It was more than I could have anticipated, and we've actually been having some issues with our brand new press that we got in, so we ended up having to turn off a whole bunch of our foil listing last week, and so that dropped our revenue down a lot. It's one of our biggest sellers that's not in the planner line. So having those orders just really meant more to me and the girls than we could ever vocalize. So yeah, so this week we are designing kit 209, we as in me. That is our St. Patrick's Day kit. I despise it with a passion, and I'm so ready to be done with it. So I am just putting in all of the checklist that I normally do and getting that done and ready. I do still have the monthlies left to do, but I should be able to finish those easily by Friday because I'm already halfway through them. So yeah, it's kind of funny to look back on this like a few days later, because here I am filling in the social media thing, which I have just failed miserably at this week. I have had no real content. I like to batch film those so that I have several days worth of them at a time, and I just I didn't, and this week has just been weird week. So I have not done a very good job of keeping the reels going. I think the whole YouTube video thing where the videos weren't going up when they were supposed to really just got me off my groove. I am like such a creature of habit that when I don't have something go the way I think it should go or the way I planned for it to go, it gets me all off kilter. So I decided to try this week. I wanted to move my social media up just on Thursday to my admin time, because I use so much space of my social media section for filming. I don't have room for all of the other social media stuff, which can get kind of annoying. Maybe in hindsight, I should have done the film box up in admin time and then done my social media down in the social media section, but I wanted to kind of try it and see how it went. That's one of my problems with this planner, and it's kind of why I have implemented using a bullet journal again. It's just I need more space, and I'm not sure what the right answer is for that, but I'm not promising anything. I did order an 8.5 by 11 Erin Condren Teacher Planner. I think I got the Flora. It was actually delivered like over a week ago, and I just brought it up out of the entryway of the shop into my office today, and I still haven't even opened the box. But we have had several requests to do the strips to cover up those colored areas in the 8.5 by 11 planner, and I'm entertaining it. We are like pretty maxed out on what we can handle right now as far as cutting and that kind of thing. So I'm battling with it internally. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I always want to underpromise and overdeliver. So that's how I feel about that. But I do have that planner. The 8.5 by 11 is just so perfect for so many people that like to do what I do with the checklists and just live by separating my life into different segments and sections. So it's one of the biggest things I have grappled with this year. And per usual in Melanie style, I had totally abandoned my 209 kit checklist and moved on to the social media. So I just went back and filled that in. And then you get to watch me struggle to find the sticker that I'm looking for, because this system, I don't want to say it doesn't work for me, but I need to move things around in this book, like into different sections and that sort of thing. Yep, also had 2 stickers stuck together. Didn't notice it until that time. Yep, that's me. Anyway, so that's kind of what happened there. So moving on to laying down plans that didn't happen. This is like so ironic to look back on a few days later. Like, I know I'm not the only one that has best intentions and best laid plans and they just don't go the way that you want them to. But anyway, I'm struggling to find my upload stickers, because of course they weren't in my book. I mean, that makes sense. And put down that I was gonna put out this plan with me on Monday and the behind the scenes on Tuesday. Neither of which happened. Well, I did get the behind the scenes up. I got that up on Monday. Luckily, I was able to edit that on Sunday. I edited that while Jason was around, so because I didn't have to do a whole voiceover situation, so that worked out okay. So at least I had a video to put up. It just did not happen in the order and time that I wanted it to. And so if you've made it this far, it is now the time when I go in and kind of fill in some of the deco and full boxes that I want to do. You guys, I love this kit, and I feel terrible that I did not get this up in time, but it has made me so happy to look at all week. The colors are just calming and soothing. I love watercolor art, or, hand painted style art, and florals that are not pink, and it's just making me happy. This would have been a great January kit. Honestly, this is an anytime kit, but the blue in it also lends itself well to January. I just wasn't and I'm kind of still not ready to get into the Christmas kits yet. I do have a Christmas kit both for next week and the following week. I'm using Letters to Santa next week and Holly the following week, which I guess isn't technically a Christmas kit, but it's definitely a holiday kit. And I like both of those kits. I don't know. There's something with me. I'm just not a big holiday person in general. So I like things that just make me feel a certain way when I look at them. And this kit definitely did that for me. Like, it's just absolutely stunning. So anyway, just kind of filling in a couple more pieces, adding my deco around the areas that have the white out, because we know how I feel about that on the sidebars. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I apologize again for having this be late. It hopefully will not be an issue next week. I'm going to film it live, but until next time, you guys, take care.